rock, sprucing up the usual cool tunes with a harder edge and lots of punk velocity.
That was probably, actually, without a doubt, my favorite time in music in the past 10 years.
Probably the allure of the whole thing was that it seemed like normal, everyday people.
It made music serious again, and without trying.
It was the flannel, It was the grease in the hair. It was the unkempt style.
It just felt really, really special and important. You could just feel that stuff was, the music was changing gear.
There's always going to be, a handful of people in every generation that get the credit. But certainly for every person that gets the credit, there's 20 other people that deserve credit too, that just don't get the level of recognition. For every ounce of credit that Kurt Cobain got, Mudhoney should have gotten just as much credit.
Soundgarden was a great heavy metal band with also a great singer and a deep singer, and they did some musically very amazing things. But Alice in Chains had a kind of a different darkness and a different kind of an aura to them that, was just really right up my strasse.
I love Alice in Chains, my God. Rooster, and it's great music.
Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, who it's not really one of my favorite bands, but had a really great impact.
Pearl Jam was just a great rock band, great live rock band with a great singer, who had a way of connecting with the audience.
I think it was an exciting time just because you see that there's this whole, there was a stream of music just below the mainstream that was way better than what was going on.
I don't think any of them liked being called grunge or any more than we liked being called the new wave.
And then just kind of flipped the worm turn.
That was great because it got rid of all those guys with the hairspray and the leotards.
People weren't sort of going on to MTV to be on MTV. MTV was sort of coming to the music.
Something was about to give. Something had to give. The dam was going to break. And it did.
And then Kurt came in like a phoenix, Like he cut them down like wheat before the sickle. Whoosh! You are done. Nirvana to me was the most significant thing since the Beatles.
The Nirvana album came out, everybody went, yes! Rock and roll just needs a good kick in the ass every once in a while. You never know when it's going to come.
The song was incredible, and you knew it was their time, and it just was so obvious to all the alt-rock bands that Nirvana had arrived and everything was going to blow up.
That was the big one, I think. A whole new style from another place in the United States, a major statement.
Actually, I didn't like the video that much. And I seem to remember Courtney once telling me that Kurt didn't like the video either.
It really affected me in that way where it just sort of filled me up.
It's not about whether that's a great video, it was the video. Whether everybody looks great or it's a nice